definitely spring here in northern Minnesota. The pollen is flying, my eyes have been watering, and my nose is stuffed up. Not only that, it's the Ontario Spring Bear Hunt. I've never done a spring bear hunt. I've done it in the fall before. It's great, but this is gonna be a new experience for me. You know what else? I'm shooting a crossbow on this trip as well. When you're shooting this crossbow, it's super important to A, get a lot of shooting in. That way you know where your shot is, you know you're hitting exactly where you want it to be. You want to shoot from elevation, different angles, sitting down, standing up. It's all super important when getting prepared for these type of hunts. Not only shooting every single day right now, once I get up to the lodge, I'm going to be shooting before every sit. That way I know that my scope hasn't been bumped, I know my confidence level is going to be at an all-time high. When that bear shows up, it is game over. So I'm gonna get a few more shots in before we head out bright and early tomorrow morning on our first Ontario Experience hunt. Right where it needs to be.
Hey, I've been fishing in Ontario for well over 40 years and have some great fishing memories, not to mention some very close friends. Ontario has some of the best multi-species freshwater fishing in the world. Ontario has a special place in my heart. The Ontario Experience captures all of this and more as hosts Troy Linder and Sjodin explore new places, meet some authentic characters, and experience world-class fishing and hunting along the way. The Ontario Experience is the next best thing to going on the adventure yourself, and who knows, this unique show just might give you some ideas for your next fishing or hunting trip.
I'm on a double your pleasure, double your fun type destination. I just drove into Belle Chasse Outfitters in Ontario's Superior region where fur and fins are at its best. I'm going after a big old bear with my crossbow. I'm also going after northern pike, walleye, and splake. Right now, I gotta go catch up with Hartley and Mark, get unpacked, get ready for our week. Belle Chasse Outfitters is a spectacular lodge. The accommodations are outstanding with premium, relaxation, sleeping, and cooking quarters. The entire resort provides an awesome and authentic up-north experience no matter what fish species you chase or where on the extensive property you choose to pursue the many big bears that call the area home. This segment is brought to you by Tourism Northern Ontario. I couldn't be more excited for my first spring bear hunt, especially by crossbow. And I made sure to get in plenty of practice for a clean kill shot, given that Mark and Hartley have assured me there will be plenty of opportunities.
Our management area spans 171 square miles. That's roughly 110,000 acres. Some of our hunters travel quite a ways to get to their bait sites. This allows us to hunt bears that, are hardly touched. We only hunt a bait site one time per year, so that allows the younger bears to really get an opportunity to grow. The bear management areas were transferred with the place. At one time, this place had 3 bear management areas and some moose tags. And the first owner decided that he liked bear hunting a whole lot more than moose hunting, so he actually traded the moose tags for an additional bear management area. So we have got 35 tags to fill per year, and we have been very successful at doing that so far.
We just left the lodge, just got to the stand where we're baiting. Me and my new friend Bunny, he's the top guide at Chasse Outfitters, Belle Chasse Outfitters. He's got a fresh bait we're gonna go set. He's got bears coming in every single day. We got a chip in the camera. We're gonna go pull that and see what's happening in the last couple days. So it's been being hit every single day. He was down here this morning, had 4 different bears along his trek in the last quarter mile. So there's bears in the area hitting the bait. Again, we're gonna freshen up the bait site and then get in the stand. Bunny, let me see what you got there.
Well, we've got mixed nuts in this one and M&Ms. We'll start with mixed nuts.
And then we got, what else we got?
M&Ms. My favorite. Oh, for the bear.
The sweet tooth in the bear, huh? I might eat some of those before we get to the bait.
That's what I'm worried about. There we go.
So it looks like you got something else here. You got a little topper. What's this?
Yes, this is special from Mississippi.
Whoa.
It's called Dig a Hole. Just a mixture, some powder. Phosphorus is the big thing in it. There's a sweet odor to it.
You can smell it. Yeah, it's
and
got
it
a huge
attracts
odor.
the bears. Yeah. It's incredible. See the teeth marks though?
Tearing it up.
You know, I put that down like 8 feet away from the bait site and the bears will tear up the ground.
That's crazy. Well, a lot of bears. There's a couple double shots. Looks like there's a couple bears coming at a time. Look like they're shooters. So let's go get our stuff and we're gonna get up in a tree. Awesome. A couple sprays on my hunting clothes for scent control, and it's almost time to position in the tree stand with an awesome open vantage point of our positioned bait and multiple visiting bears. This segment is brought to you by Go Hunt Ontario. One of the beautiful things about going on these Ontario destinations, not only do you get to hunt, but you get to fish too. We're targeting these bears and they're coming in the evenings, according to what the trail cameras are showing us. So guess what? We get to fish until we leave for the hunt. All right, we're set. We're gonna go find some walleyes, maybe some northern pike, see what's biting. We're just running this edge. This is just a bowl of a lake. I mean, we're basically a rod's length from the weeds and it's 10 feet. So it's just an absolute great break. The walleyes should be along in here. So we're up here and they, just like back in Minnesota, we had a super late spring. They had the same program up here, but it got so hot so fast. These lakes have already, this lake is at 62.5 degrees already, so those walleyes have already spawned. So we're in a post-spawn program right now too. So right now we don't have a map of this lake, so you can't really tell depth. So we're just gonna troll around it, find some different depths, see if we can mark some fish, just cover a lot of water. And then we're gonna work our way back as we find different fish. We'll mark it on GPS, even though we don't have, again, the contours. We can still mark where we're at and we're finding fish. We can come back to it. There we go. There's a walleye. There we go. First walleye of the day. Nice one. Little hair jig. Sweet. There's a Belle Chasse walleye. Nice little hair jigging off the. There's just a point that came out. Actually saw a couple marks there. And he ate it. So fun. These walleyes are fun to catch. They're beautiful. That's a great shore lunch size walleye right there. First one of the day. Perfect. Found them. So some of these baits are just perfect search baits, right? It's a paddle tail, jig with a plastic, hair jigs. These are great Canadian baits to use and really to find fish. I mean, we're just going along. All this lake is a bowl, so it's just shoreline breaks. These are great baits to pitch up and just work back off. And I switched this hair jig and boom, right away, first cast. There's a bear on the bears on the bait site. Things are changing here at Belle Chasse Outfitters. We went from a stand yesterday. We set up a blind in a new spot. Bunny had multiple big bears on camera. We sat yesterday till about 2 o'clock. We had one great big bear come in. It did come into the bait site. It was out of camera frame, but we knew this was going to be a spot today. The weather pattern has changed. It's not supposed to be above 60 today. It's supposed to get cold tonight, and it's going to stay cold tomorrow. So we got a front coming in. It's always good for any kind of big game, but especially bear. We just got to the spot. We came around the corner, and there's a bear on the bait site. So we crouched down, thinking that we could maybe sneak up on him, but he saw us, and he kind of hightailed out here. But a lot of times they'll turn around, come right back. So we're gonna go get set up, set the barrel back up, and see if he comes back. Otherwise, there's a couple other big ones too. So pretty exciting morning already. Just as I predicted, the bear turned around and came back to the bait site once Bunny and I freshened it up with mixed nuts and sweets. The plan now is to study its movements and ready for an eventual clean kill shot.
Did you know that Ontario has some of the finest black bear hunting in the world? Each year, giant bruins are taken throughout the province, some by archery, some by crossbow, and others by muzzleloader or modern firearm. Now here's a question for you. Do female bears breed each and every year? We'll give you a moment to think it over and have the answer when we come back.
A couple things are going on right now. Number one, these bears have the feed bag on. They're coming out of hibernation. They're trying to put on all that fat they lost over the wintertime. Another thing that's going on is May through July, these bears are breeding. Now, a couple things that go along with that. Typically, a bear doesn't mature until age 3 to 5, somewhere in there. The other thing is that mama bears don't have cubs every year. It's every other year. Typically they carry the cubs from the previous year for a full 2 years. They kick them off and then they breed again. So not every bear is breeding, but there are plenty. So it's nice to have A, food, B, something to lure them in to get their mind off of things. They got 2 things in their mind, breeding and eating. Later that day, we had multiple bears show up on the scene, snacking on the refreshing bait site. That's a big bear. Oh yeah, look at his face, it's all gray. That's an old bear, I think. That's a different bear though. Look at his gut, watch his guts. Yeah. I'm 90% sure that's different. Look at his ears. Look at his gut. Look at his ears. Look at his ears. Oh, they're small. They're small in his head. Look at his ears. Oh, here we go. Here we go. You ready? You know. You ready? We've had so much action today, it's unbelievable. I mean, unbelievable. This has been an absolutely crazy, awesome night. We had 2 smaller bears come in, flip-flopping. One left, one came back, vice versa. He came in, he stood behind that bucket, that bait bucket, eating for, it seemed like forever. I was right on him the whole time. All he needed to do was take one more step. Sure enough, he took one more step and I was right on him. I squeezed off. This crossbow is so fast and so accurate. It's unbelievable. It's a perfect shot. He took off. I could hear him do his death cry. So it's game over. It's game over. I guarantee he didn't go very far. broke. I came this way, freshly broke. Went over the top of that broken pine. Broke this, and I'm guessing he went this way because it's fairly easy way to get through. Oh, he's right there. Oh my gosh, look at that thing. He is huge. Look at the size of him. The big old melon on him. What a beautiful bear. Whoa, what a tank. That is so awesome. So awesome, what an incredible creature. This has been an awesome hunt, an awesome experience. You know what? They were telling me what Belle Chasse stands for. It stands for beautiful hunt. And you know what? I can't explain this hunt any better than a beautiful Ontario experience hunt. Do yourself a favor, call Hartley and Mark at Belle Chasse Outfitters. You will not be sorry. I mean, you'll be able to accomplish something like this.